No, your eyes are not deceiving you. It is Wednesday afternoon. We are on the Good Morning Lebanon set right here in downtown Lebanon at the Ozark Fiber Studio. I am Sarah Angst. I am the executive director of Downtown Lebanon. And with me tonight is Matt from Cafe Jude's. Hi,
Yeah,
Matt.
hello.
So today we're going to talk a little bit about Supper Club that's coming up this Saturday. It's a very exciting supper club because the community table has Good Morning Lebanon.
Yeah, so we do a community table at every supper club, which is a kind of a cool thing that you don't see, I don't think, anywhere else in town. But it's a table where people just come and kind of sit as a community. It's a great way to meet new people, solo people. My wife travels a lot for work, so I'm home alone a lot of the time. I could go out and not have to eat dinner alone and meet some new people. So the community table is always fun. But this week, it's even more fun because Good Morning Lebanon is hosting it and going to be there to just hang out and have dinner with people.
That's awesome. And I'm very excited. I have been to a few supper clubs already, and they're amazing. What gave you the idea to do the supper club?
Part necessity and part just trying to bring something a little more unique to the community. I come from a little bit more of a fine dining background in my other restaurant experience, and so I wanted to bring something to Lebanon that was a little bit more date night, a little bit nicer, but still accessible for people. But we, especially at our old location, so if people who have been to Jude's for a while may remember way back when, like 2 years ago at our old location, I was doing date nights once a month, which was a similar dinner, but it was a fully set menu. There were no options. But we were very limited with our kitchen there. But doing those date nights made me realize how great of a model that is on the restaurant side, because we could control costs, we could control waste. And so it's a really just economical, I guess is the right word, zero waste model for restaurants. And so we expanded that a bit, but we wanted to stick with those, fewer offerings, limited options, just to help keep it controlled.
So the way it works is you go to your website, cafejudes.com.
Yep.
There's a Google form. You say you want to come. You tell how many people are coming, and then you pick what you want from the menu. So there's options for each course, right?
Right. It's just a Google form right now. We're not getting super fancy with it. But there is an option on there to, if you just want to make a reservation and get your spot, there is an option to say, I'll pick my menu later. And when you do that, after you submit the form, you get an email with a link, and you can go to that link later and make your menu selections, or you can do it when you reserve. But if you just want to get the reservation in, you can select the I'll do it later button. But we do like everybody to select their menu before the night of the dinner, just because it helps us, because then we know exactly how much of everything we need and we can prepare. But it also enhances the experience for you. And you know this because you've been to the dinner. But when you pre-select your menu, you have a personalized menu in front of you when you show up, as your name on it, your selections for the night. And so you really don't have to think about anything. You just show up and we bring you food.
It's like going to an all-inclusive resort, because it's like, okay, here's your appetizer, here's your main course, here's your dessert, and you bring it out. It's great.
Exactly. And that's why we do the 3-course also, because we want it to be more of a dining experience, more of that little bit nicer night out. So you get the 3 courses brought to you in kind of a nice, easy pace. You're not waiting a long time between courses, but it's just a nicely paced, more of an experience type dinner.
Yeah, and there's time to chit-chat in between a little, or have a cocktail. You guys serve beverages of all kinds.
Yeah, we serve wine, beer, craft cocktails,
mocktails.
Yeah, we have all of it. Coffee.
Yeah, you could get your regular drink offerings then too as well. It is a really fun experience, and the community table is something I haven't done yet. So I'm kind of excited for that. And on the Google form, you can say, I would like to sit at the Good Morning Lebanon table.
Yep. So when you reserve, we have options too. You can select, if it's your anniversary and you want to spend it with your wife, you can select, we would like a private table. And then it's more of your traditional restaurant experience. You get your own table type thing. A lot of people do that. But then we have the option for the community table. And so if they select that, we kind of put them together. If we have a lot of people, we might have a couple community tables. But then this month, we also have the option for the Good Morning Lebanon community table if they want to sit with you all.
Yeah, that's great. And you should, because we're a barrel of fun.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it'll be a blast. Do we want to talk about the menu this month a bit?
Yeah, sure.
So the menu always changes every
Yes.
month. We have, some regular repeat offenders on the menu.
Some good stuff that comes
But
back.
it always changes. So this month for the appetizer, we have 3 options. I don't think we have your favorite on there this month. I think you usually get the charcuterie,
Yeah,
right?
I do.
Tell the audience while you're talking, if they've been to supper club, tell them their favorite thing they've had at supper.
Oh, yeah. If you've been to the supper club, tell us the favorite thing you've had.
Yeah.
What's your
Leave us a
favorite menu
comment.
item? Yeah, that'll be
I
fun.
do like the charcuterie because I love the hummus.
Yeah.
It's so good. But so what are those selections for this weekend?
So this weekend we have the trout cakes,
Which are really
which
good.
is always really popular. I think we have a photo of those we're going to pop up later, or now, or whatever Ryan wants to do.
No problem.
But yeah, so we have the trout cakes as an option. We also have the wedge salad, which is always popular, your typical. We do a homemade blue cheese dressing, just wedge salad. Those are the trout cakes on the screen now. So they're fun. We do a kind of a seared trout cake with a caper, remoulade, and a scallion oil on there for dipping them in. And then we do this little quail egg on
Which is
top,
so
which the
adorable.
photo's deceiving. It is smaller and cuter. They're adorable.
It's super
and we
tiny.
buy those locally.
Really?
So, yep, local quail eggs. I have a source for those. So
And
that's
they're
a
delicious.
fun one.
They're delicious.
And then, so yeah, we have that. We have the wedge salad. And then we also have our French onion soup this month, which is
Ooh.
always popular.
yeah, it's good.
So yeah, those are the appetizers. And
Okay.
then main course this month, we actually pared down a bit. Also, I should mention, we usually do this on Friday and Saturday night. I broke my foot last week. So to save myself some pain, we decided to just do Saturday night. So everybody from Friday night moved to Saturday, and we're just going to do one night. We also eliminated one of our main course options. So we're only doing 2 this month.
Which they're both excellent
Right.
choices.
So our 2 choices this month are the short rib shepherd's pie.
which I've heard is fantastic.
It's so good, and it's fully from scratch. We do a Norton braised short rib, which Norton is a Missouri red wine, dry red wine. Norton is the state grape of Missouri. So much flavor.
Not to interrupt, if they want all of them, what I was doing was adjusting. The link to sign up for supper club is now in all of the descriptions of the.
Okay,
Awesome.
cool.
The link is in the description, so sign up.
Yeah, fill out that form.
But yeah, so we make those short ribs, we braise those for a few hours, nice and tender, and then we, layer those in the dish with a layer of our homemade mashed potatoes, and it's so good.
So basically, we're talking meat and potatoes.
Yeah, meat and potatoes.
Yeah,
Yep,
I mean,
yep.
it sounds fancy.
It's fancy meat and
yeah,
potatoes.
but that's what it tastes like.
Yep. And then the other option is a bone-in pork chop. We do an apple cider and sage pork chop, so we marinate that in an apple cider and sage brine, sous vide those, and then roast and then grill them off right before they go out. We make an apple chutney that goes on top, some roasted root vegetables,
So
green
sous vide
beans.
means it's sealed in a.
Yeah, so sous vide, you vacuum seal it,
Okay.
and then you basically cook it in a water bath for a longer period of time. So I think the pork chops will do for like 3 or 4 hours in a water bath. And so it gets them to the perfect temperature. So they're perfectly cooked. So then when it comes time for the dinner, we just open that bag, throw them on the grill to get the grill marks on it, and it's ready to go.
Huh. And a chutney just means it's like a.
Finely
Chopped up?
Yeah, cooked, finely chopped apples with sage
Okay,
and
yeah.
some vinegar and different stuff.
I'm just saying, some
Yeah,
people
it's
might
like
think it's
a chunky sauce.
like a sous vide pork
Yeah.
chop with apple
It's
chutney.
it's not as fancy as it sounds.
It is.
The techniques
And the
are
tech-
fancy.
yes.
The dish is actually pretty rustic.
Yeah, they're all accessible to people who maybe haven't experienced this kind of food before. You will recognize the flavors. You will. It
All right,
won't be intimidating.
Yeah, I'm going to hop in here just
Okay.
for a second. So me and my wife are big fans of Supper Club, and we love going every time. That's just a staple thing. So Matt, tell them again real quick, how do they go sign up? Because if they sign up, or it's in the comment, or
Yeah.
it's in the description. It's been a long day.
So they can go to the link. So it's cafejudes.com/supperclub. There's a Google form embedded on that webpage. They just need to fill out the Google form. Ideally, they would make their menu selections when they reserve, but they can always go back and do that later. Getting the reservation in is the important part.
And you don't pay when you make your reservation. You pay the night of.
You pay the night of. So just like any other restaurant, you'll come in, eat your dinner. If you want to add a drink or add whatever, you can add that to your tab, pay at the end of the night. But also with the Good Morning Lebanon table, anyone who sits at that table this month is entered into a drawing to win free dinner next month, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So what Lebanon Now is going to do is, and we're going to change it. Yes. If you sign up for Supper Club this Saturday night, whether you sit at our table or not, we get it. Nobody likes us.
You might not want to sit with us.
Not everybody likes us. But anyway, come to Supper Club, experience Supper Club, and we're going to put everybody into a drawing, and Lebanon Now is going to buy you, you and a +1. We're going to buy you a Supper Club for next month as well. Also, you know what? If you sign up tonight, I will buy somebody's meal.
Ooh.
I will buy somebody's meal this Saturday. Now it's a lottery, and we're going to pick those at random. But
So of the people who sign up tonight,
For the
one
Supper
of you will
Club
get
in
it for
general
free.
or for
Yeah,
the
for
Good
the-
Morning Lebanon table?
Supper
Just
Club in
in
general.
general.
Okay.
Just sign up for Supper Club, and I will personally buy one person's Supper Club if you sign up off of this video. So in the notes, just let people know.
awesome.
Awesome. That's exciting.
Yeah. And if you haven't experienced the Supper Club, it really is quite the experience.
Yeah. And
It's
I
fun.
think the club thing confuses people a bit, but it's like a concept. And
But you don't have to be a member.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a supper club is a dining concept that's more of this limited menu, multi-course, and it's a thing in a lot of cities and around places. It's an actual thing. And it's not a club. It's not a pyramid scheme. We're not going to make you buy a membership.
You could just come and enjoy your dinner. But
Yeah, just come and enjoy your dinner.
for a place like yours that doesn't offer dinner on a regular basis, this is a way to kind of work into that and,
It is,
offer
and-
the food you want to offer in the
and
evening.
offering dinner is something that we're working our way up to. We would love to do the supper club every Friday and Saturday, and that's a goal. It's just we want to build the audience first before we do that, and obviously I need to find a chef and staff because I'm not going to cook every Friday and Saturday.
If you break your foot, you're going to have problems.
Yeah, if I break my foot, I need somebody that can help cook. So yeah, we have some things we need to get in place before we can do that. But doing it once a month like this is, I think, something cool for the community, and it's very doable for us.
Yeah.
So
And I just really want to encourage you. If you haven't tried it, you should. You
Yeah.
absolutely should. There's
Absolutely.
a great menu. It's all online. We didn't talk about the desserts. What do you have for dessert?
yeah, this month's desserts are a chocolate posette, which is like a chocolate kind of set custard,
'Kay.
Or a honey lavender cheesecake.
Ooh, that sounds really great. Awesome. All right. Well, somebody is going to be a lucky winner if they sign up tonight. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you Friday morning.